This is One on One.
Brought to you by New Jersey Council of County Colleges.
She is back by popular demand. Boy, does that look great. You look beautiful with that backdrop. Lynnette Khalfani Cox. She is the money coach, and she's an author. She's on every conceivable national program. She is back here on public broadcasting and Firehouse One-on-One. Good to see you.
Thank you. I'm back where it matters. This is the only place that matters. You know
You're
that,
saying
Steve.
the right thing. That's how you're going to get another invitation to keep that again.
Invite you back again.
Debt, right? We got to bring down our debt. We've got to slash our debt and improve our credit score.
Yes.
First of all, how the heck do so many people get in such debt?
You know, I tell people all the time, especially as somebody who was in debt a very, very long time ago, back in 2001. I think I've shared this with you before.
That's right.
I had a massive amount of credit card debt, $100,000. Crazy
right.
amount, don't even ask. I paid it all off in 3 years, never missed a single payment. Then I wrote this book about it, Zero Debt, became a New York Times bestseller. Most people get into debt because of two different sort of sets of reasons. Some people are poor money managers or overspenders. That was me. I was in the overspending category. I was making a six-figure salary, but I was spending like I was earning seven figures.
Got it.
The math will never work, okay? Other people get into debt because of circumstances and what I call the dreaded Ds: downsizing, divorce, a death in the family, the main breadwinner, disability or disease. Obviously, anytime something like that happens to you, it can throw your finances completely out of whack, forces a lot of people to live on plastic. So right now, federal statistics show us that the typical household that's actually carrying a credit card balance, they have over $16,000 in credit card debt. Yeah, I know it's a lot.
16 grand?
16 grand. Not everybody has credit card debt and carries a balance. And that's another thing I tell people, don't mistakenly think like, well, everybody's in debt. Everybody has debt. Pew Research has shown that 80% of all Americans do have some form of debt. A mortgage, a car note, student loan, auto loan, credit card debt, all of that. However, on credit card debt specifically, only 47% of households carry a balance month to month. So you have to, know that these statistics, when we talk about 16,000, we're talking about among those who do actually carry a balance.
See, here's the thing I often worry about. We're not worried about, but think about when it comes to money. You work hard for a long time. You got kids. You got to try to do the college thing and live your life and try to find some balance. But then I got to a certain point where I said, I'm going to work hard, but I'm going to try not to be obsessed about money and keeping track.
Yep.
How the heck do we have a positive, healthy attitude about money, but be realistic? Am I making this too philosophical?
Not at all. I think that's a great question because I do think a lot of us, especially here in the
Because I like making money, but I don't like being obsessed about money.
Right. And a lot of us in the Northeast, let's be honest, we are. I mean,
well,
people are obsessed
for good reason, because it costs.
Because it's ridiculously expensive.
That's right.
My husband and I, we often call New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, we call this the money belt. It kind of sucks the money out of you. I think there's a couple things that we have to do to realize what really matters. One is to not equate your self-worth with your net worth. I mean, it doesn't make anybody any better or worse a person because you have a couple extra zeros in your bank account. Look, my dad was from Harlem. He was raised in Harlem. My dad was a shoe shine man. His father was a shoe shine man, and his father was a shoe shine man. And I was born in Manhattan, but I was raised in Southern California. My dad had a shoe shine business out there. Ultimately, he expanded. He was a very successful entrepreneur. Totally. At the time, it was I was ashamed, to be honest about it. I was bused. I went into very wealthy, predominantly white neighborhoods, Brentwood, Pacific Palisades, et cetera. My friends, their parents were doctors and lawyers, right? At the end of the day, though, I'm so glad that my dad taught me a very important lesson. He said, look, all honest work is good work. Just because you could be the janitor or the CEO, nobody is better than another person because of the title, the degree that you might have behind your name. At the end of the day, exactly. So it helps to maintain a healthy perspective.
Right.
And we do have to kind of take it down a notch, or sometimes a mock or two, take it down.
That's right.
Because you have to really understand, what if you get sick, At the end of the day, is all of that money that you have, or, sure, you can afford health care, but if the doctors can't do anything for you.
It's not going to get you better.
Exactly. So focus on what matters. Good health, relationships, being a good person, Those are the enduring qualities. Because frankly, money can and does sometimes come and go.
Tax, Jackie, what was that? Yeah, tax refunds.
Yes.
Well, what about that?
Well, I think that people can use tax refunds to get themselves out of debt. And I'm always talking to people about using windfalls. So the IRS says that the average tax refund check is about $3,000. That's a good chunk of money to help you to get out of debt. And especially right now, I mean, 2017, this is a great time. People have made their New Year's resolutions, financial New Year's resolutions as well.
Right.
Some of them have stuck to them, some haven't. But getting out of debt and improving your credit should really be at the top of the list for 2017 for a whole host of reasons. Especially on the career front, improving your credit really matters. Steve, I don't know if you know this, but SHRM, the Society for
Human Resource Managers.
That's right.
Right.
They did a survey. They found that 58% of employers do employment-based credit screening. So they're checking the credit reports of, yes.
So I got a bad score, I have a harder time getting a job?
In effect, they don't check your credit score, but employers can and do check your credit reports.
What's the difference?
And well, your 3-digit credit score ranges from 300 to 850 points. And the score is a numerical calculation based on the underlying data that's in your credit reports. Kind of like when you went to school and you got a grade, you had a GPA, right? You had a 3.75, but that was based on the letters A, B, the grades that were actually.
Is there an alternative way to look at this? Is there an alternative credit score?
There are alternative credit scores.
What does that mean?
Well, non-traditional data. So people who don't have, say, a traditional mortgage.
These are not like alternative facts, are they?
No,
I'm sorry,
thank God. Thank God we're not. Thank God we're not going there.
I'm sorry. Okay, but it's an alternative.
Absolutely, because some people have what's called thin credit files or no credit because they haven't had a traditional mortgage or credit card or whatever. So they have things like rent payments that are being added to people's credit reports, and this is a great way to improve your credit score. So, for example, there's a company called.
A few seconds left. Go ahead.
Okay, there's a company called rentreporters.com. You can go to their website. You can add, if you're a renter in New Jersey, add your rental payment history to your credit report, boost your credit score. Check your credit score as well. Check out creditsesame.com. They'll give you a free credit score. They'll show you tips on how to increase your credit health. They also give you a credit grade, A to F, just like we did in school, to tell you how well you're doing with your credit and how you can improve it.
You just helped so many people. By the way, new dog in a family. What's the dog?
Astro. Our 14-week-old beagle. We love him. He's giving us, keeping us.
No economic impact?
Yeah. Pardon me?
Any economic impact?
A huge economic impact.
We'll talk about that on another show.
Yeah.
Lynnette, thank you so much. She is the money coach. She's a great author. She's a favorite on public broadcasting and everywhere else. Check out her site. You're terrific. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Steve. Great to be back.
You'll be back again. Stay with us. We're right back right after this.
Good
Astro.
Brought to you by New Jersey Council of County Colleges, Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, Berkeley College, and by Hackensack Meridian Health.